guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society.
Well, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't get that, man. They go through all this trouble to get here and then come here and vote Democrat.
The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals.
Okay. So, George and I just did, like, probably the best interview you've ever heard in mankind, and I fat-fingered the mute button on the microphone.
If you know how to read lips, it'd be pretty good.
Yeah, if you knew how to read lips, it would be great. So we're not going to go through that interview again today. George has got to get taken off, but real quick, George was going to just say, like, a couple things that he's got going on, couple events that he's got going on.
We got one event in Gainesville that we have to take care of. There was a woman that was harassed by some liberals. She was holding some Trump flags, so we're going to go up there with some bikers, maybe about 30 of them, and help her out and see if they do the same thing again. I doubt it very much that while we're there with the bikers, I don't think that's going to happen. We're with bikers for 45. We've been around a long time. President Trump recognizes us very well because we were there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's very dear to everybody would be the Second Amendment rally that's happening in Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia, which it's a very important rally that the governor and the Democratic House and the Senate want to take the guns away from the citizens.
What is it, Northam?
Yeah, Northam, who's the governor.
Yeah, the kill the babies after they're born guy.
Yeah.
The KKK guy. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't know if he was offensively the KKK guy or offensively the blackface guy. He was one of those two. Yeah. He's trying to mess with using the National Guard for.
But the National Guards are standing down, and that's going to happen with that. But it's going to be a big, gigantic turnout. It's very important to the citizens of Virginia, also the citizens throughout the United States, that these Democrats are attacking our Second Amendment and our First and electoral votes, which they keep on saying when they're talking about the impeachment that they're trying to protect our Constitution, which they're a bunch of liars, as we know.
So, agree with everything you just said there. So I'm going to try to join you on that. I've got some new recording stuff. I'll try not to fat finger the
mic again.
The mic again. That's, hey, come on. And so I've got Shadownet.tv going up. George is actually live in the Shadownet.tv studios, working on the WordPress site there. It'll be very cool. And I'll be able to put George's stuff on there and other people's. George is going to be going with Bikers 45 all over the country during 2020, doing different events for Trump, doing different events for Trump groups.
Yep, that's what we do. We did the last time. I did 22 states, I believe. I plan to do maybe 28. It's kind of hard on the bike, but we got to do what we have to do. We have to organize. We have to get Trump reelected. We have to worry about the cheating. We have to worry about that they register the votes, and we have to worry about what's being taught in school, because what we said before, since there was no voice about the Islamic organizations that are trying to infiltrate our education, which we were talking about before, that there were, year before last, there were 270 people running for office of Islam faith. and 132-1, which CARE dumped $18 million.
Hey, can I make a point? Like when I try to mention that, and be real quick here. When I try to mention stuff like that, people are like, "Oh, you got to be careful. You're being racist or something." Listen, I don't care what nationality, I don't care what color you are. If you're trying to subvert or hurt our country, if your loyalty lies with another country, and look at Feinstein, right? Her limo driver was Chinese,
and
right?
a spy.
Throw him under the bus. Find out what was going on there, right? We have people. We have a beautiful, wonderful country that people have fought and died for, and there are other people that would like to take those freedoms and privileges away from us. And it's not just, although, you can say that we're not in a religious war all you want. The people, our enemies, are attacking us for religious purposes, so have fun with that. Be as politically correct as you want.
Yeah, well, it's between good and evil. That's it. Then there's no other. It's socialism or freedom. I mean, these are the choices that you have. So, like what's happening in Virginia, it's very important that everybody should show support for the simple reason. On January 20th, 2020, which there'll be a fantastic turnout.
You're taking a bus or something there?
Yeah, there's a bus going. Everybody's organizing pretty good.
Okay.
Down in Florida, but there's people from California.
Where do you post this information?
On our page, on our Bikers for 45.
What's the page is that?
Well, it's on Facebook, Bikers for 45 support page. There'll be information on that. And my regular page, which is George Colella on Facebook.
Unless he's been blocked. Then he's George Colella.
But the thing what's happening is that when this thing happens, and we always say that history repeats itself. Don't forget, the revolution broke out in that spot too. And the thing that's important is that we must stand for our rights. And again, we were talking about it before about the schools. That the teachers are not teaching the children or the college kids, which we all know about their constitutional rights. The Democrats keep on speaking how they want to protect our constitutional rights, but they're the first ones that want to take it away. The Second Amendment, the First Amendment, and also the electoral
Pledge
votes.
allegiance.
Pledge allegiance. In God we trust. All the stuff that this country was created upon.
That made the country what it is. As imperfect as it is, these core values are why we have we have today.
It's based on the Judeo-Christian values. That's how this country was established. And that's why this country has been so blessed, because of how we were founded upon. And it was very important that, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was written in the Constitution that was taken out of the Bible.
Yeah.
So we are stronger with God than without. And this is that's why they have that fear. That's why they're trying to they believe, their mentality believe that since they're so smarter than us, because we're deplorables and Walmart shoppers and all that other stuff, that we are not smart as they are, because they believe that the education. I have an electrical engineering degree. This man over here is very tech savvy. It's unbelievable what he knows and what he has created. Which
kind of part of the problem right now.
Yeah. But the whole thing is that, and they said that when this event happens on the 20th, January 20th, that they're going to shut the internet down, electricity down, all this other stuff, and that, and they seem to forget that if they want to cause a war, a revolution again, which if you go to YouTube, there's a thing that talks about the second revolution. We have a total of, don't forget, 63 million people voted for Trump. A lot of them are gun owners. There are 400 million registered guns in the United States.
40-year-old private voted for him.
And then you have 8 trillion bullets. I think 80 trillion bullets out there. So I mean, they know, and that's registered. That has nothing to do with people that have guns. They're bought under the table. So. I mean, it's they're going to lose. They'll just lose. But they have the mentality. They think that they'll win, but it isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, they're losing now with all the stuff that's going on
Well,
Trump.
last thing I wanted to. We went to the flag waving thing today. I'll put some of that video into this right now when I upload this. But I'm also working on a really good AI China U.S. AI ShadowNet story right now. I've got more work on it. I'm hoping to have it done tonight. But I went to the Trump event, to the flag waving, so that was a justifiable thing to do. You got to be out there waving the flags, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll have that out hopefully tonight. Worst case scenario tomorrow. I'll put this together with some of the stuff. We saw Shadow.
Yeah, all the signs are there. I mean, they took.
Shadow the
Yeah.
Q dog.
Yeah, and the whole thing is that this impeachment is actually a distraction, and you're going to see a lot of false flags coming up too. Also,
Oh yeah, it's
So-
a distraction to basically hide the thing that
they're trying to.
my former employees were clearly involved in. My former employer
Yep.
was clearly involved in with the Ukraine, the Democrats, Obama's people. They're trying to cover up. They're using this impeachment to cover up the investigation Trump was asking for in the actual phone
Yeah, put
conversation.
the example during the Revolutionary War, France helped us out. If
Mhm.
everybody remembers, if we have another Revolutionary War, guess who's going to help us? Russia.
Well, if given the choice, I'll take vodka over rice
That's
wine
right,
any
and
day.
me
That
too,
wasn't
right?
meant
Yeah.
to be racist, but
Yeah,
it probably
but
came
you're
out
right.
a little bit. I spent 5 years in South
Korea.
Korea.
Every time Trump axes Russia for Hillary's emails, I buy a case of Russian vodka.
Yeah. I mean, what he was clearly just on stage, like joking, right? He literally said
Yeah.
it on stage as a joke. He's not a politician, and in all actuality, from a cyber perspective, it probably wasn't even Russia. It was probably somebody else false flagging Russia. I've clearly
The whole
put
thing is
that-
the guy is from
that out.
the guy is from New York. I'm from New York. We come out with such sarcastic stuff. It's unbelievable. It's in our nature.
Yeah,
Because
you're
that's how
not
we
the
work.
most politically correct bunch.
No,
I'll give
we're
you
not.
that.
No.
No.
But
So-
and Trump said that we have to stop being politically correct because it's getting ridiculous.
Mhm.
I mean, we can't. I mean, when you have rallies and stuff like that, and all of a sudden the Democrats could say whatever they want, and we just have to sit back. It doesn't happen anymore. We had a big rally in Spring Hill. All of a sudden, 12 of my guys disappeared. They went across the street with the Trump flags right into
Nice.
the belly of the beast.
Nice.
And where Trump has his in some what do you call it? The the statement dinner. We had the statement dinner. It's right. He holds all these rallies right in the belly of the beast with the liberal
Yeah, why not?
agenda. I mean, a woman screamed on in Newport Richie that the flag, Trump's flag, was blocking the walk sign, and she said she couldn't cross the street because she couldn't see the flashing light told her to go ahead. But can you see like the traffic stops? Doesn't that give you a hint
Yeah.
to let you?
Yeah. Yeah, the guy
you know
with the
the
red
course-
truck. Yeah, 99% of the people driving
Ah.
by were honking and waving and fully
Please.
supportive, but we
Very
got a
good.
few people. And, I look at people like that guy in the red truck who was, like, just so angry. And I'm like, just keep doing what you're doing because you're proving our point. You're proving our point.
It's especially when people badmouth you, and then all of a sudden the light changes, and then you approach the truck.
Well, he
It's
was starting to get angry.
Yeah.
So I was reaching into my, I'm sitting in my car.
yeah, I saw that guy. I told him,
You
I
know.
said, wait for me, I'll be right there.
I'm sitting in my car, so I'm now reaching into my vest, thinking I'm going to have to put a cap in this motherfucker. Pardon my French. But, no, so, yeah, he was starting to get angry.
He was standing in the parking lot, and I said, wait, I'll be right there. Just hold on a minute.
Yeah, I didn't say a damn thing to him, but he saw my Trump sticker, and he's like, yeah, F you too. And I'm like, these things can turn ugly. These people just have lost their minds.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
But
how
they
bad it is.
prove our point. They are mentally, not all of them, but there are a lot of them that are mentally unstable. And I consider them like victims of an influence operation. But still, I don't have a lot of patience for it. And these things have spiraled out of control.
If I wanted patience,
It's not
I
going to
would've been-
happen around me. That's
If
for
I
damn
wanted
sure.
patience, I would have been a doctor.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very
Take
much,
care.
folks.
God bless everybody.
God bless.
Pray for our country and our president. Amen.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, so I want to interview the Q dog. Can we interview the Q dog? Hey, what's Q dog's name here? Shadow. Oh wow! I have the Shadow net. I helped build the Shadow net. And you're the Q. And you're the Q Shadow. Nice.
And he's not shadow banned.
Nice.
Yeah, she never gets shadow banned.
I'll have to include like Shadow as like a mascot or something. Shadow, tell me, was Trump set up?
Flag-waiving.
Shadow, was Trump set up? I thought so.
Yep.
Shadow's going after the deep state. Alright, so we got a flag waving thing going here at in Pasco County. George Colella with Bikers 45s driving around here somewhere. He'll be back. But let me turn this around. You've seen enough of my ugly mug. Here we go. I should be home working on my broadcast, but I had my video for tonight. It's gonna be very cool. But had to stop and come out to this event. It's going to be on artificial intelligence, China, America, military-industrial complex, my involvement, and things that you need to know that are happening right now, every day, that you most likely don't know.